Behind this guy is the beach that goes to Nag where Pederson Point gets its mail from, and where employees who get fired try to hitch a ride to the King Salmon Airport.
In Nag, there's also a place called Fisherman's Bar, where Vaz's friends and co-workers held a memorial party in his honor, listened to his favorite tunes, and drank Budweisers to raise money for his family.
And here we are at the docks. Ahead of us can be seen the gas tanks and the shipping office at the beginning of the pier where the barges get loaded.
Let's have a look now at the modus operandi of the commercial fishing process. It all begins with the fishermen, who first have to obtain limited entry fishing licenses. Then they recruit the crew, get their equipment ready, and finally go after the fish, often spending long days and nights on the water before returning to land.
The fishermen either sell fish directly to the cannery, or they drop their catch off on a tender, which then delivers it to the cannery for processing, thus saving their boats time when they can catch more fish. On average, fishermen earned less than $1 per pound for their catch in the first years of the 21st century. In the 90s, the yearly average catch in Alaska was 185 million salmon.
Along the shore are the small fishermen, sedneters, who use ground transportation to forward their catch. Let's have a look now at one of the bigger boats.
What? We start setting and you make the hole in a second.
What?
3 seconds there was a big
me.
hole.
I might be a greenhorn, but I'm
No,
not.
you were right there and he was there. I was inside. We have 3 nets. Each net we call shackle. 1 shackle, 2, 3 shackles. That's what you can fish. In the river you can fish only 1 shackle. A shackle is 50 fathoms.
50
Fathom is 6 feet. A tady to vidíš, tu bay, to je ta Bristol Bay. Celá Bristol Bay. A z mojí licencí tak můžu chytat neck, to je tady, to jsme my teďka. A hekigek, 5 hodin, odsaď sem. Tady to je ten Jugašik, tam je to 9 hodin.
Takže na jih jezdíte.
Jo. A pak můžu chytat tady v téhletej bay, to je New Chicago Bay. A pak můžu chytat s tou jednou licencí, že pro každý area musíš mít licenci. S tou můžu chytat tady. A to se jmenuje Togiak.
The first department that the fish experience in the processing facility is the fish house.
Here the fish are manually placed one by one on the belts that take them through the beheading and gutting machines.
Since the machinery is not perfect, the cleaning of the fish is detailed manually on the so-called slime line. Processors scrape bloodlines and pieces of fish guts, which is arguably the bloodiest job in the whole process. While the gutted fish continue in one direction, the guts and eggs get separated. Eggs are washed and intricately layered in plastic containers. Japanese inspectors daily monitor compliance to the quality standards in the packaging. Salmon caviar is quite a lucrative commodity in the Asian marketplace.
From this point, the belt takes the cleaned headless fish into the next department, grading.
The purpose of the grading department is to separate the fish according to their weight and quality, and to freeze them. Also, grading traditionally cuts lower quality fish for external canning contractors. The first job when the fish come from the fish house is to arrange them in 2 rows on the belt so that the graders can grab each fish right away and spend less than 1 second on determining its fate. Sockeye salmon with extensive bruising or other defects are manually cut at the cannery table, where the fins, tail, and scars are removed.
There are 3 basic grades for sockeye, number 1s, 2s, and 3s, 1s being of the highest quality. Graders evaluate the properties and firmness of the meat weight, scars, scale loss, net marking, and several other factors.
King and chum salmon have a different grading criteria and will not be covered here.
No, the worst thing, I remember when you get up and your hands are so swollen shut, you think, how the fuck am I going to work? I'm never going to be able to work. I'm never going to be able to open up my hands and
Mornings are the worst.
and flip the fish. And then you get on the line, you see that first fish come down, and your hands just kind of magically open up, and you're flipping, and it's cool when you have somebody like working across you. What are you doing? Isn't it?
After the fish are graded, the scalers weigh and separate them into different bins according to the following categories: 2 to 4 pounds, 4 to 6 pounds, and 6 to 9 pounds. Kings obviously have different categories: less than 7, 7 to 11, 11 to 18, and 18 plus pounds. Finally, rackers pick the fish up from the bins and place them on racks that are loaded into the freezers.
Freezer loaders have to organize racks with different grades, weights, and species in logical clusters in the freezers, so that the following department can process as much of the same frozen kind in a row as possible. The fish stay in the freezers for 5 to 6 hours in temperatures below minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit. In addition, they have to produce accurate paperwork, ensure proper labeling of each rack's content, and chop ice off the freezer floors with heavy metal sticks.
Case-up is a department that doesn't require rain gear and usually employs the highest number of processors. The function is to put the frozen fish into plastic bags and to combine them in 50-pound boxes with less than a pound difference from the preset net weight. Variations exist when boxing kings and when using large 1,000-pound boxes as needed.
The fish like to freeze to the trays in the freezers, so the process continues with smashing the trays of fish against a breaking block to separate them.
Fish are then inserted into the plastic bags and go onward to the scales.
The scalers have to combine just the right weight of fish into each box. The complexity of this task increases with the size of the fish as fewer combinations are available to achieve the ideal weight.
After the fish are boxed and the box is scrapped and palletized, the forklift takes the pallets away into the big holding freezer.
This is the break room where the processors take their 10-minute breaks, during which they snack on toasts, burn their tongues with boiling coffee, and suck on their red Marlboros.
The tender sitting in front of us is called Maverick. The red thing on the wall is where ice comes from, and this is the room where it's made.
The compressor hallway between the processing and grading departments has many loud engines running around the clock.